Hey everyone, how are you doing? Got a beautiful summer day in mid-July here. It's about the 10th, I believe. And I've been dying to do this experiment since I first discovered E-Corganite a couple months ago and put it down. You can see that video where I applied it and another video where I showed you some results. I thought it worked really well, but because I didn't actually compare it to Milorganite, I wanted to do that. Alright, so what I've got here are the two bags that I bought today. One of Milorganite, one of E-Corganite from Menards. So we've got 32 pounds of Milorganite. We've got 36 pounds of E-Corganite. Both of them will cover up to 2,500 square feet. Milorganite has 6, 4, and 0. 6% nitrogen, 4% phosphate, and then it has 2.5% of iron. I guess we shouldn't skip the calcium, is 1.2%. E-Corganite is 430, 4% nitrogen, 3% phosphate, and has 3.4% calcium, so definitely more calcium. Iron is 1.5%, so 1% less of iron than Milorganite. Now they're both slow release formulas with iron. They're both non-burning. So something else to note about this stuff is that the E-Corganite is cheaper than the Milorganite. It's about $12 to $13 at Menards, and the Milorganite is anywhere between 16 and 20 depending on where you get it. And that's if you can find it. You know, a few places that used to carry it don't carry it anymore. Lowe's actually was one of those that I went to, and they said they don't carry it anymore. So I got this bag of Milorganite at the Home Depot. Based on value alone, if they give the same results, well, obviously I'm gonna choose E-Corganite again next time, but let's see what happens. Since they both cover up to 2,500 square feet, I'm gonna measure off a section of the backyard here that this section, it gets very similar sunlight and shadows through the day. I'm going to split this up. I'm going to measure off probably 2,000 square feet and apply each bag, one on each side of the yard here in this section, and give it, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks of comparison, and then show you guys what it really looks like with those. I figure this will be really easy to compare. Like I said, they get about the same amount of sunlight and shadow. They will get the same amount of watering. That's going to be easy. So what I want to do is go from about this tree that's in the middle of the yard here towards the back here. You can see a difference in the area where I've done some other fertilizing up to this point, and this area has been a little bit left untreated. So we're going to go and do this section and split this up. Splitting the yard in half gives me just about 2,000 square feet, and I've got these orange reflective stakes. Typically use these for snow plowing, but it'll give me a boundary. The Milorganite is definitely, on this side, has smaller pellets, smaller pieces of fertilizer. I'd say, man, half to even a third of the size. So that's going to change the setting on the spreader, but what I'm going to do with both of these is set them to release relatively slowly out of the spreader. I'm not going to worry about a little bit of overlap. What I'll do when I start out, I'll go a little bit off to the side of center for each one, so when it spreads, it'll kind of throw it to about that middle line. I mean, it doesn't have to be super perfect here. We're just trying to get an idea if there's actually a difference between these two. We're gonna go with 7 on Milorganite. That should work. let's put the Milorganite. Let's put the Milorganite on this side. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Actually, number 7 for Milorganite was maybe a little aggressive, so I didn't get a chance to go back and forth in the other direction. No big deal. The coverage was really good going just in the one direction. I was able to do it so it overlapped real nicely, but not too much. And I feel like I got a real good spread right about to the center line, so it won't be completely over or nothing. And it should be great. We're gonna bump up the number a little bit though for the E-Corganite, just because it is a bigger granule, and that'll probably make it spread about the same way. And you know, either way, I'm going to make sure it gets good coverage. I'm trying to do this the best I can for us all to learn if this stuff's actually any different or gives you the same results. All right, here is E-Corganite. Okay, so in case I forget later, the side with the fire pit is where the E-Corganite is going. But I won't forget. Okay, awesome. So basically it worked out just about exactly the same with that setting, going back and forth like I did on this side, and that last pass back around and back down along the middle section gave me virtually nothing left. So let's watch this for a few weeks and see what happens. So it's been about a week since I put down both the E-Corganite and the Milorganite. Let's take a look and see if we can't see a difference, and at least see a difference to where I didn't put anything down. I did do a little bit of an application of tenacity, so you'll see some of the crabgrass and some clover and some other weeds have turned white. So we're just going to ignore that for now, and in a couple weeks that'll go away. And you know, as this video continues, you'll see the true results of this comparison. Here's the one stake. We've got the other marker out there. Now I did also mow this once this week, and that was like 2 days ago. And I also had, let's see, the temperatures were pretty much in the upper 70s, low 80s all week long. Relatively mild for, you know, midsummer. And we got some rain a little bit a couple days ago, and then about 3/4 of an inch yesterday. A pretty steady rain most of the day. If you look in line with it this way, You know, it is maybe a little bit deeper green as you get about to the edge of where I put this down, up into the middle here, and that runs across both sides. But let's take a look over here. Not much of a difference between the two for sure. They look pretty similar. We'll check again in a few days, see what happens. All right, another quick addition to this 1 week review so far anyway, right? I decided to mow right after I did that last bit that you saw, and I can tell you that this section in between these stakes with the two different fertilizers, the E-Corganite and Milorganite, this section is definitely thicker than what's behind it and ahead of it. So notice that with the mower. I figured let me make a quick comment on the video for you. It's definitely helping it grow in a little thicker and fuller in this section. All right, we're up to July 23rd. Let's see what it looks like back here. It's a nice cloudy morning, so I think we'll have a nice view of this. All right, so this section definitely has a little bit deeper green than a lot of the rest of the yard, especially after this week. We had quite a hot week this week, and not much rain actually. But looking at these two sides around these stakes, I don't see a difference between E-Corganite and Milorganite after 2 weeks. Sorry for any wind noise here. It's a little breezy this morning too. We obviously had a storm roll through. You can see all the debris, but like I said, it's cloudy. I thought it'd be a good time to look for a difference side to side here. I'm gonna say it's pretty much the same. What do you think so far? Leave me a comment. I'll watch for another week or so. All right, it's July 26th. Let's take a look. I purposefully mowed the lawn in this side to side direction the last couple times just so we wouldn't have as much of an effect from the stripes, and I don't see a difference between the two. What do you guys think? I don't see a difference. All right guys, it's been a solid 3 weeks. I can't see the difference. Can you? I took those stakes out. I wouldn't even have a marker to indicate. And yeah, they both work equally well, I think. So I hope this helps you out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.